Hello, welcome back to Let's Play Jane's Fighters Anthology as we continue to go through the reference materials for the second part of today's entries. We are going to be going over the FA-18D Hornet. FA-18 Hornet. Title: McDonnell Douglas FA-18 Hornet. U.S. Navy Marine Corps designation FA-18A, B, C, and D. Type: carrier-borne and land-based attack fighter. Program: U.S. Navy study of VFAX low-cost, lightweight, multi-mission fighter accepted during spring of 1974. VFAX study terminated August 1974 and replaced by derivative of either General Dynamics YF-16 or Northrop YF-17 lightweight fighter prototypes. McDonnell Douglas proposed F-17 derivative with Northrop as associate. Resultant Navy air combat fighter called Hornet, accepted in two versions, F-18 fighter and A-18 attack aircraft. Single FA-18 selected to fill both roles. McDonnell Douglas prime contractor and Northrop principal subcontractor for all versions agreed 1985. First Hornet flight, tail number 160775, 18th of November 1978. 11 development aircraft flying by March of 1980, and delivery of F-18AB, TF-18A designation dropped to U.S. Navy and Marines began May 1980 and completed 1987. Millionth flying hour achieved for April 1990, 2 millionth on 17th of September 1993. Design features: sharp-edged cambered leading edge extensions, or LEX, slots at fuselage junction and outward canted twin fins are designed to produce high agility and docile performance at angles of attack over 50 degrees. Wings have 20-degree sweepback at quarter chord. Wings fold up 90 degrees at inboard end of ailerons, even on land-based FA-18s. Landing gear designed for unflared landings on runways as well as on carriers. Structure: multi-spar wing mainly of light alloy, with graphite epoxy inner spar skin panels and trailing edge flaps. Tail surfaces mainly graphite epoxy skins over aluminum honeycomb core. Graphite epoxy fuselage panels and doors, titanium engine firewall. Northrop Grumman produces rear and center fuselages, assembly and test at McDonnell Douglas St. Louis factory. CASA produces horizontal tail surfaces, flaps, leading edge extensions, speed brakes, rudders, and rear side panels for all FA-18s. Landing gear: Daughtry retractable tricycle type with twin wheel nose and single wheel main units. Nose unit retracts forward, surface of the engine air ducts. Bendix wheels and brakes, nose wheel tires, size 22 by 6.6 by 10. 20 ply, pressure 24.13 bars or 350 pounds per square inch for carrier operations, 10.34 bars or 150 pounds per square inch for land operations. Main wheel tires, size 30 by 11.5-14.5, 24 ply, pressure 24.13 bars or 350 pounds per square inch for carrier operations, 13.79 bars or 200 pounds per square inch for land operations. Power plant: two General Electric F404-GE-400 low bypass turbofans initially, each producing approximately 71.2 kilonewtons or 16,000 pounds force with afterburning. F404-GE-402 EPE, or Enhanced Performance Engine, standard from early 1992, rated at approximately 78.3 kilonewtons or 17,600 pounds force. Self-sealing fuel tanks and fuel lines, foam in wing tanks and fuselage voids. Internal fuel capacity JP5 approximately 6,061 liters or 1,600 US gallons or 1,333 imperial gallons. Provision for up to 3 1,250 liter or 330 US gallons or 275 imperial gallon external tanks. Accommodation: pilot only a Martin Baker SJU-5/6 ejection seat and pressurized, heated, and air-conditioned cockpit. Upward opening canopy with separate windscreen on all versions. 2 pilots in FA-18B and USN FA-18D. Pilot and naval flight officer in USMC FA-18D. Avionics includes an automatic carrier landing system, or ACLS, for all-weather carrier operations. A Hughes aircraft AN/APG-65 multi-mode digital air-to-air and air-to-ground tracking radar, with air-to-air modes which include velocity search, range well search, track well scan, which can track 10 targets and display 8 to the pilot and raid assessment mode. Use AN/APG-73 radar in Cs and Ds for USN, USMC, Finland, Malaysia, and Switzerland from May of 1994. Smiths Industries multi-purpose color map display 2 Kaiser monochrome MFDs color on night attack Hornets. Collins AN/ARN-118 TACAN, AN/ARC-182 UHF-VHF communications, and DF-31E UHF/DF. Magnavox AN/ALR-50 and Litton AN/ALR-67 RWR, GEC Marconi Type 117 laser designator, Harris AN/ASW-25 radio data link, Eaton AN/ARA-63 receiver decoder, GEC Marconi FID 2035 horizontal situation display, Bendix King HSI Jet ID-1791/A flight director indicator, General Electric quadruple redundant fly-by-wire flight control system with direct electrical backup to all surfaces and direct mechanical backup to Tailorons, 2 control data AN/AYK-14 digital computers, Litton AN/ASN-138 inertial navigation system plus GPS from fiscal year 1993, but being replaced by the Litton GEC Marconi Bendix/King CRT and Kaiser AN/AVQ-28 HUD. I skipped the line there, but being replaced by Litton AN/ASN-139 ring laser system, including retrofits. 2 Kaiser multifunction CRTs, Central GEC Marconi Bendix/King CRT and Kaiser AN/AVQ-28 HUD. Conrack communication system control, normal air Garrett digital data recorder for Bendix King maintenance recording system, flight incident recording and monitoring system or FIRAMS. Excuse me. Armament: 9 external weapon stations comprising 2 wingtip stations for AIM-9 Sidewinder air-to-air missiles, 2 outboard wing stations for an assortment of air-to-air or air-to-ground weapons, including A-7 Sparrows, AIM-9 Sidewinders, AIM-120 AMRAAMs, launch trials by VX-4 in 1992, cleared for squadron use mid-1993, AGM-84 Harpoons and AGM-65F Maverick missiles, 2 inboard wing stations for external fuel tanks, air-to-ground weapons, or Brunswick ADM-141 TALD tactical air launch decoys, 2 nacelle fuselage stations for Sparrows or Martin Marietta AN/ASQ-173 laser spot tracker strike camera, LST/SCAM, or AN/AAS-38 and AN/AAR-50 sensor pods, see avionics, and a centerline fuselage station for external fuel or weapons. Air-to-ground weapons include GBU-10 and GBU-12 laser-guided bombs, Mark 82 and Mark 84 general-purpose bombs, and CBU-59 cluster bombs. An M61A1 20mm 6-barrel gun with 570 rounds is mounted in the nose and has a McDonnell Douglas director gun sight with a conventional sight as backup. Dimensions: external, wingspan 11.43 meters or 37 feet 6 inches, wingspan over missiles 12.31 meters or 40 feet 4 3/4 inches, wing chord at root 4.04 meters or 13 feet 3 inches, at tip 1.68 meters or 5 feet 6 inches, wing aspect ratio 3.52, with wings folded 8.38 meters or 27 feet 6 inches. Length overall 17.07 meters or 56 feet 0 inches. Height overall 4.66 meters or 15 feet 3.5 inches. Tailplane span 6.58 meters or 21 feet 7 1/4 inches. Distance between fin tips 3.6 meters or 11 feet 9.5 inches. Weights and loadings: weight empty 10,810 kilograms or 23,832 pounds. Max fuel weight internal JP5 4,926 kilograms or 10,860 pounds. External fuel FA-18 JP5 3,053 kilograms or 6,732 pounds. CF-18 using JP4 can carry 4,246 kilograms or 9,360 pounds. Max external storage load 7,031 kilograms or 15,500 pounds. Takeoff weight fighter mission 16,651 kilograms or 36,710 pounds. Attack mission 23,541 kilograms or 51,900 pounds. Max approximate 25,401 kilograms or 56,000 pounds. Max wing loading, attack mission, 600.83 kilograms per meter squared or 123.06 pounds per square foot. Max power loading, attack mission, 156.8 kilograms per kilonewton or 1.54 pounds per pound force. Performance, max level speed more than Mach 1.8, max speed, intermediate power more than Mach 1.0. Approach speed 134 knots or 248 kilometers per hour or 154 miles per hour. Combat ceiling approximately 15,240 meters or 50,000 feet. Length 7.07 meters, height 4.66 meters, wingspan 12.31 meters, max wing load 600.83 kilograms per meter squared, max level speed 1,032 knots, takeoff run 427 meters. Here we can see our 3D view. It looks a lot different without all the decals that we have as a player, you know, the nose art, the tail art, the nation insignia, the roundels for the US or whatever country you're flying it as. A lot cleaner look, but very well detailed. Like how you can see the engine pods and how they integrate into the frame there. And you can see they have, this is the F-18D Hornet. I think, I'm not 100% sure, but I think in USNF 97, the player actually used an F-18C Hornet, and the D was AI only, but here they kind of switched it up, I think, if memory serves. I could be wrong. But I do recall that being another difference between USNF 97 and Fighters Anthology. Minor difference, because I think they perform exactly the same in game. It just the only difference is the model is slightly different, because obviously you have the co-pilot or weapon system operator, and you have the in-game, your weapon system operator will say lines that otherwise would be attributed to your player. And we got some videos to go with it. So let's start with the design and production history.
The story of the A-18 Hornet began in the mid-1970s when the need arose for a new multi-role aircraft, which would replace the F-4 Phantom, the A-4 Skyhawk, and the A-7 Corsair II in Navy and Marine Corps service. Designed as a single or two-seat twin-engine strike fighter with a variable sweep wing for carrier operations, the Hornet was the first tactical aircraft planned from its inception to carry out both air-to-air and air-to-ground missions. In November 1975, the U.S. Navy awarded McDonnell Douglas and Northrop a contract for 11 full-scale development aircraft. The maiden flight took place in July '78, and the first production FA-18A flew in April 1980. By early '83, the Hornet officially entered service with Navy and Marine Corps squadrons. By the end of the decade, improved C and D models of the fighter had emerged, incorporating updated missiles and jamming devices, as well as improved night attack capabilities. Powered by two GE F-404 engines, the Mach 1.8 Hornet can carry up to 13,700 pounds of air-to-air and air-to-ground weapons, including deadly laser-guided bombs on 9 external stations. Advanced radar and avionics allow Hornet pilots to convert their aircraft from fighter to strike mode and back with the flip of a single switch. With more than 1,200 Hornets in service worldwide and plans for deliveries of the Model EF Super Hornet to begin by late 1998, the FA-18 will play a crucial role in U.S. Naval and Marine Corps aviation well into the next century.
And now we're up to Block 3 on the E and F Super Hornets, and we even have a G model Growler for electronic warfare. And with that, let's get into the short video on operational history.
The FA-18 Strike Fighter Hornet is missionized for traditional fighter, attack, and close air support roles through selection of external pods and ordnance to accomplish specific mission objectives. Any aircraft can quickly be configured to perform either fighter or attack missions or both, thus providing Marine and Navy commanders more flexibility in employing their tactical forces in a rapidly changing scenario. In the spring of 1986, during Operation Prairie Fire, Hornets went into action for the first time, flying several ship-to-shore airstrikes against Libyan defense installations. In bad weather and at wave-top heights, Hornets attacked Libyan SAM missile sites and returned safely to their carriers without a loss. The action would mark the first combat use of the AGM-88A HARM anti-radiation missile. In an Operation Desert Storm, FA-18s often performed fighter and strike missions on the same sortie, fighting their way to a target by defeating opposing aircraft, then destroying their ground targets before returning to base. During that action, 190 Navy and Marine Corps Hornets flew thousands of sorties on 6 types of missions: fleet air defense, enemy air defense suppression, air interdiction, self-escort, offensive and defensive counter-air, and close support, all with the loss of only 1 aircraft in combat.
Kind of curious that all the videos were from a land-based airbase rather than an aircraft carrier, but yeah, that is the overview for the F-18 Hornet, and that also concludes our videos for this week. Just a reminder, this is the 4:30 p.m. Central Time release. I do 2 of these every Monday, so if you've only been seeing one, just a reminder, there's one that goes up before this at 3:30. So, and with that, thank you all for watching, and stay tuned for next time. Stay safe out there, and we'll see you then.